Like, seriously? Let's see. All right, I'm gonna turn the heat up a couple degrees.
Yeah! It's fucking cold.
It ain't that cold.
I've been working inside. I've been getting spoiled, so it's cold for me.
Turn it up to 62.
What, we don't have any early takers? Get out of here. Abide by our community guidelines. Sure.
Somebody's here.
Showing 0. Why is mine always behind? Oh, there they go. Jamie Humphrey, Seth Lee Harris. Man, look at all the wrenches that's showing up already. Ding, 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 ding.
Those are the early ones.
Brian Carter, Timothy Hanneman, Todd Lebatru Sr. There we go. Sarah Foster.
Grocery shopping?
It's Australian for beer. Truman Hunter, IP Farm Scruff. Evening, mister.
On your way home from grocery shopping, Sarah?
Mr. Anderson. Is on Tom Anderson. On our way home.
Yep.
Shocker.
Now, you won't be grocery shopping next Friday, will you? That's Christmas Eve.
I'm working Christmas Eve.
Well, I know, but I wouldn't think she'd go grocery shopping, but maybe. I don't know.
No way, there's no more deals, so.
Like my dingle ball?
Craig Chard, is that new? Chard?
Craig?
Haven't been here.
Greg Chard. Haven't been
Greg?
here for,
A while.
I'm assuming AWA is a while. You got a new case on this thing?
Yeah, it has all my credit cards in there.
Fucking things in, oh, it does? Okay.
Yeah, it's got like a little.
Just take them out then.
There's fucking Super Bowl.
Fucking things
I just
enormous.
paid all of December's bills.
H Farmer, what's up? Murph!
Marv, you're not in fucking. Are you in the Australian gulag?
Merry fucking Christmas, Murph says.
Merry fucking Christmas.
Josh Wellner. Jeff Tricky. Let's go Biden. Fuck Joe Biden, yeah. Roxanne, what's up?
Got my special.
You missed me again. How did we miss you again?
Who did we miss?
Roxanne. Murph. Lee Harris says, what's up, Murph? Jackie.
Jackie.
Yes, we know it's Jackie.
We don't
Robert
already-
Hurley. Howdy from Texas. Robert Hurley. You been in here before, Robert?
Damn.
It's been a month, so it's,
Yeah,
you know.
it's our front,
Florida Joe.
Yee.
Ed Ski, what's up? Hello there, you old farts. Yeah.
Yep.
Sarah says, yes, I'm Santa tonight. That's why I wore the hat. And they'll be celebrating with family next Friday, yeah. Well, that's why we're doing it tonight, because the next 2 Fridays is, Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve.
Getting tanked. What?
Oh, Wilson Chandler, good evening from the Rome Walmart.
Hey,
Stocking the baby food.
Got your fucking face diaper on because,
Betty Swain, Merry Christmas, where is the snow? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Supposed to get some tomorrow. Supposed to be shitty tomorrow. We're in the 3 to 6 inch range with snow/ice mix. Yay.
Maybe I won't be going to work.
William Hess, what's up?
What's up?
Terry Vasquez.
Cousin.
Hola from Carl.
Car!
Melvin,
Cato Pantalone!
Melvin Cooper Jr. Nice to see you guys. Are you new, Melvin?
Cooper Jr.
That name sounds...
Jr.
You're either new or you haven't been here as long as a lot of the other ones that,
Melvin Cooper
as you can tell, we know quite well.
just rolls.
James Pittman, what's up? Got your Christmas card today. Thanks, buddy.
Enter.
William Hess, he just got home from work. Mike Blake, what's up, Mike? Another fellow communist New Yorker who you can't fucking reply to on Instagram because he's such a bad boy. Instagram just
Put him in
won't
jail.
allow it. He's been in jail forever.
He's got like a permanent
I
phone.
tried to say something back to him, and Instagram
Yep.
says, cannot mention Mike Blake's name because
not allowed.
he does not follow our Beer 19 guidelines.
Our guy knows
Yeah.
this is all horse shit!
Like I do? Anybody that watches my
I don't
Instagram?
understand. I'm always sharing fucking shit. I'm trying to get fucking in trouble on the Instaface and the fuck book, but
Mark Calmer,
Doesn't
you're
happen.
here. So look into that, Mark. Ask if you buy a Roku TV, if you can get the YouTube on it, or if
Yeah.
YouTube is completely.
It's on there.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, but he bought a Roku for his TV, and the
Yeah, that's
YouTube
right.
app is not available
You have to
anymore.
download it.
Yeah, you got to download it. I mean, I don't know if you knew that.
Well, if it's not available for download, then maybe they.
Yeah, if
maybe
it's
Roku
not available
should
for
get it.
download, maybe they shit canned it. And the only reason why it's still on my Roku TV is because I've had it for 6
Grandfather.
years.
I got
and
the little Roku.
Your
eyeball.
grandfathered in.
I got one of those Walmart special TVs.
Adam Wagner, what's up? Oh, I get to be Santa and Jimmy's the elf.
Yeah.
Sandy Lane, love the
Hey!
Christmas card. Ron and Sandy Lane.
Sandy Lane.
We that was the trout turds and
Oh yeah, those are bomb. Trout turds and moose.
Carl, 82 here today. Oh,
Fuck
shut
you.
up. Shut up. All right.
Not even barely 62 in here, miser. Jesus.
Charlesworth Farm, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you and your family. Same to you guys. Is Jimmy Rudolph in the tree stand?
No.
Fuck, Jimmy didn't spend any time in the tree stand.
Fuck no. I don't even have a tree stand. I got a deer blind. It wouldn't even work. It's like I could sit at home in my comfy chair and be bored. Instead of sitting in the woods and be bored.
Robert
See,
Hurley,
nothing.
yes, we've been agreeing with y'all for quite a while. Mark's in, Patch of Heaven. Priest
Hey.
Farms, what's up?
We got any folks from Minnesota?
Yeah, you're right, Mike. Instagram does hate you.
Anybody from Minnesota?
Roxanne says, don't forget the thumbs up. Ed says, looks like 30 people need to hit the like button. Yeah, we don't give a shit. You can hit the dislike button for all we care. You can't see it anymore because, you know,
What?
YouTube's
Man.
bullshit with, you know, there's no thumbs down anymore. It's called dislike. Well, you want to know my opinion because these are our opinions on this live stream? It's because all the White House videos with fucking Papa Joe, if you notice before they did this, changed all this, there'd be like 5,000 thumbs up and 75,000 thumbs down.
About 81 million
And
votes.
then they disappeared and now it's thumbs up and dislikes.
Speaking of the
Whatever.
votes, speaking of votes and stuff, did you hear what happened out in Wisconsin?
No.
5 out of 6 or 4 out of 5 of the election folks that are like in charge of election shit out there have been brought up on about 5 charges. 2 out of those 5 charges are felonies, all with the F word, which I don't know if we're allowed to even say that on here anymore because, you know, but it was a fair and legal election, but they're
Felony?
fraud.
Oh, yeah.
E-fraud. There we go.
All right.
Yeah.
Mark. Ryan says, Priest Farm says that they watch on Roku, so
Yeah. It's got to download the app.
you said they took it off December 9th. That's what Mark says.
Huh.
Well, maybe they did just recently take it off, but
That's weird.
I would ask about buying a Roku TV and ask if it would be on there.
I got
Maybe
the
it's
little
off of the Roku app, yeah.
I got the Roku eyeball.
Well, Chelsea's got the little Roku box thing.
Yeah, that's what we got.
Yeah, I got a Roku TV. Barb's got a, I don't know, one of them other
Everybody's
fucking,
got their own TV.
yeah, she's got one of them other fucking smart dick missile.
Yay!
Rocket E is here.
The dick metal.
Yeah, you got the number one.
Yeah.
We've been rating the different names
Yeah.
that come in.
That one's on.
What was the other one that was always?
We had like a good. We had
There
like
was
a top
a
five.
what
for
was
a
that
while.
woman?
Oh,
Oh
shit.
shit, her and her husband. I can't remember their names.
Which is funny because
But it was funny. But Dick Missile is, you know,
That's-
Richard Missile, and you're a Dick Missile Jr.
that means there's a dick missile.
I mean, there's a Dick Missile Senior out there somewhere.
Missile senior.
That's just funny. Just remember, this is all in good fun. We're not picking any.
That's awesome.
Eric DeGroat, what's up?
Ooh, I was just saying, in Minnesota news, there is a.
Yeah, Lee's Minnesota. He's Minneapolis.
Lee?
He says
Oh,
it's
okay.
19 degrees there.
So there's I didn't catch the school district, Lee, but somewhere in Minnesota, there's a school board.
Oh, that's right, Mark. You're Minnesota too.
There's a school board that just enacted that if and when parents come to a board meeting to complain, they have to state their full name and address before they're allowed to take the floor to speak to
What's
the
up, Al?
all-powerful school board. But nothing is, you know, There's no communism implementations here whatsoever.
Well, on our
Fucking
legislature,
pile of
if somebody wants to speak during public to be heard, we ask them to give their name and address.
shit. Why?
Half the people don't. Well, because for one, we want to know that they actually live in our county if they're going to be there to bitch. I don't have a problem with that. Name and address. They got your name and address anyhow if you're paying fucking taxes
But what
there.
the fuck's the school board need to know shit for?
yeah.
I don't know. It just seemed
That
weird.
one's here or there. I don't care about that. But half the people don't give it anyhow. They'll just say, yeah, I'm Bob. And they'll
Yeah.
start right in. Well, what? Okay, Bob. Whatever.
George fucking Washington. Fucking bastards.
I each farmer I bought fertilizer back in October upon my wife's recommendation. Glad I listened. Yeah. I bought my anhydrous early too. Glad I did. Oh, shut up, Florida Joe. 78 here.
Yeah, I need it. Yeah, what's it in August? I'll trade you.
Murph says we lost all free rights here on Monday. You poor fuckers have been losing all your free rights for a long time.
Yeah.
Cousin Joel, what's up? Merry Christmas.
All for nothing. It's.
Okay, Mark looked it up. Told Roxanne that they removed it on December 9th. The people before that are grandfathered in according to DuckDuckGo. That's why I still have mine.
Well,
now.
I'll be dipped.
Stan Dudek, what's
Why the hell
up?
Roku removed YouTube?
Happy holidays, be politically correct. Bullshit, Merry Christmas. That's
Hell
right.
yeah.
Lee, you're right. Sickendick. That was it.
Sick, yeah.
Sickendick, yes.
Yeah.
What was her first name? Actually, we haven't had her in a while, but wasn't her husband in rough shape? Remember?
I think so.
Was it Kathy or something? I
Kathy
can't remember, but
Sicken-
her husband was in rough shape with cancer or something. Riley Garrett, hey from Florida. Riley Garrett, now are you new? Because that name sounds new. You're either new or you're newer. Jeff Weinstock, what's up? Joseph Brinkley says Dick Missile, yep.
Dick Messel.
We love Dick Missile.
Dick Messel.
Chuck, what's up?
Chuck.
If you have a smart TV, I believe you can cast YouTube to your TV from your phone. Yep.
Yep.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
That's true too, Mark. Because I know Barb said that she's got I can't remember the name of her TV, but it's one of them smart TVs. And she can cast shit off her phone onto the TV. I just went with a Roku TV because it made my fucking life easier. I downloaded all the shit that I wanted to onto the TV. I'm good to go. Yeah. That's him.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Don't report yourself.
That's our Easy Taurus 1980. Otherwise
did you
known
come
as the Mad Swiss.
Where the hell did you come up with that fucking name? Or did you just like, yeah, that's what InstaFace gave me, so I'm just gonna roll with it.
And you know, you never did tell. You said you sent me a message from a different account, but you never said the name of it. And the only fucking reason why I figured out last week while I was sitting in my deer blind, messaging with you, it was you, is because you're the only one that uses about 30 fucking laughing emojis when you're talking. And I was like, is this Mad Swiss?
Is that when you I know who it is!
So then I texted him. I go, I finally figured out who the fuck Mad Swiss is now.
Because he had asked me like months ago. He's like, who the fuck is this? Or they follow you and me.
I
Who
go,
the fuck is it?
I go, where'd Mad Swiss go? I said, I've been messaging the fucker. I think he died or something.
Oh no, we thought you got caught up in one of the quarantine camps up there in Canada. Which I wouldn't doubt.
Yes, Carl, school boards are elected.
Yes. All these people need to realize a lot about these elected officials.
Yeah, good point, Mark. They want their address so they know where to arrest them on terrorism charges.
Yeah. Not like this administration's DOJ doesn't have parents on fucking terrorist.
Oh,
watch
Seth,
lists.
that's just rude. Asking Lee Harris, are you related to Camel Toe Harris? Oh, that's just bad.
Which one has the wrench? Because somebody's getting thrown out.
Yeah, they both do. So.
Oh, well, you're
Actually, I think a wrench can throw out another wrench, can't they? I don't know how that works.
might figure it out.
Kathy, yep, Blake said it was Kathy Sickendick.
Kathy Sickendick. She was one of the top 5.
No, Josh, you're not the only state that had the TikTok threat on school shit thing, because I got 2 or 3 emails from our school about it the other day, and then, supposedly today there was a day or 2 ago, there was some bullshit on TikTok that threats to schools across the country today. Well, it turned out to be bullshit.
It's fucking TikTok. I mean, I guess I'd rather have them take everything serious, but still, it's like, good fuck. Is there a good guy with a gun? How's that?
Yeah, it was all over. Was on the BS news here at noon. Yeah, Seth, fuck no, haha. Lee says. Big Bear, evening, gentlemen.
Big
Merry
Bear.
Christmas, everyone. Big Bear, you sound new too. Are you new?
Bear.
Truman Hunter, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, fellow.
Yeah. Well, let's see about the Happy New Year part.
Yeah. Going to get a smart TV tomorrow. All right, Mark. Soil Matt, ma'am, what's up? Roxanne Green, I have a dumb TV with a Roku stick. Yeah. Well, at least if you got that, your grandfathered in, because that's what we got for Chelsea's little TV up in her room where she watches TV. Is just got her the little Roku box thing. Who the fuck is texting me now? I don't know. Group text of somebody. Chumley, you guys are awesome. Chumley,
Chumley.
are you from
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas there, Chumley?
Is it that Chumley?
Yeah, somehow I don't think so.
No.
You look like Chumley?
That fella got in trouble for some fucked up shit.
But we're glad you're here, Chumley. Richter Farms, we need to take Brandon to the train station. Yeah, yep, Yellowstone style. Lee Harris wants to know how's the meatloaf, Soil Map. And Soil Map says it's excellent.
Meatloaf.
Northeast Ohio farmer, hi. Soil Map man likes meatloaf. His mother makes a meatloaf all the time.
Fuck yeah.
Michigan farmer, hey guy, you're finally here? I mean, you're not late because you were fucking messaging me at like 2 minutes before we started, like last time.
He didn't complain about what.
Were you off on Instagram arguing with somebody again like you always do? Oh, yeah, Easy Taurus, Mad Swiss, I'm still gonna call you that.
Swiss.
Says, nope, I'm right here, haven't died yet. And look, lots of laughing emojis. That's how I figured out it was you. And the booze.
The booze. That's fucking fun.
Stephen Kennedy, ho ho ho, first comment, if you don't know me, been with channel for years. Okay, cool.
Right.
Yeah, because your name sounds new, but I'm glad you've been here the whole time.
Big Bear.
We welcome more people to comment. Dick Messel, what do you
Dick
got to say?
Messel.
Love you guys too. You make my week. My wife gets a kick out of hearing you guys too. Well, apparently your wife doesn't mind rated R then. That's what I tell people.
Dick Missile. That's
Oh, here's a funny story.
that's awesome.
Buddy of mine, his mother-in-law lives in Virginia. He texted me like a week ago. Says his mother-in-law is moving back up here because my buddy's wife is sick with cancer. And she went to the dentist for one last time and told the dentist, well, I'm moving back, back up to New York.
Oh boy.
This is Virginia, mind you. The dentist says, well, we're in New York. So she says, well, he lives in Martville, like a town or so over here. 7-8 miles, we're talking. The dentist says, well, is that anywhere near Cato? Because I watched this guy on YouTube called the
What?
Grumpy Farmer from Cato.
No fucking way.
So my buddy's mother, who doesn't know me, says something to him. Well, do you know who the Grumpy Farmer is from Cato? So, hey, Mr. Dentist in Virginia, if you're watching,
Congratulations on your new Republican governor.
glad you're watching. Oh,
Yep.
yeah, Patch, Mark, they had them all over these stupid TikTok bullshit today.
Yeah.
Jim, I couldn't find what you were talking about that would make you want to leave the state as per your video. Jackie said that.
Alpha 416. Bill A416 of
Thanks,
Communist
Bryce.
New York will give the governor the power to basically imprison anyone she felt like it that is a health risk to the public.
Public threat to health.
There we go. Public. Yeah, what he said. But that wouldn't be used, in any political way or.
Take your guess who they'd wanna,
You're the one on InstaFace like almost every day. Wake up, people!
What's up, Jeff? Yeah.
Like,
Do you get it yet? That's
Do
my
you get
favorite
it
saying
yet?
on Instagram.
Do you understand what's
Do
fucking
you
going
fucking
on?
get it yet?
Have you woken
Mark
up all the way?
Madafri, do you fucking get it yet? when you don't comment here because you have to comment after the fact, well, I ain't fucking commenting back to your bullshit about it's just all common sense measures that the government's doing to keep us safe.
Measures. Here's some common sense for you. I listened to about two and a half hours of the Joe Rogan podcast today with Dr. Peter McCullough. And this dude is a biologist and blah, blah, blah. He's literally speaks with the CDC
Steve?
alphabet fucking place. Has spoken and done studies and all this shit.
Yours still always says 0.
I know.
I'm just curious how many's in, because Jimmy's always says 0. 162. 86 thumbs up.
You know, it's common sense and follow the science and all that. And him and Joe both kind of snickered on that whole follow the science. But the one that really, like, I learned a couple new things. And you know how they're all like, oh, wear your face diaper for your neighbor and get your dart for your neighbor. Well, come to find out, those darts aren't even remotely close to saving anyone else other than the person allegedly that's supposed to get it.
And
Even though they don't fucking,
and that ain't
they don't,
working so
and
good.
it ain't working so good. Oh, so you're a big football fucking fan. Guess who's probably gonna have to forfeit a game this weekend because they have 20 players that have to clap.
Who's that?
The fucking Browns.
Well, no,
Against the fucking
no,
Raiders.
No. Let me clarify on that now.
I'm
'cause
breaking the Browns.
Apparently he wasn't watching Newsmax tonight before he came.
No, they got in the lane. Now what is that?
On the little
Literally within
scroller.
5 minutes, I just talked to my kids.
On the little scroller at the bottom of Newsmax tonight. The NFL is changing their policy.
Oh, are they?
If you are darted and you don't show symptoms, you're going to be allowed to come back sooner. Because we don't want to have to cancel games and,
That would
and have
lose money.
unfair. Yes. It's not about this, it's about health, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh, yeah.
Syracuse University basketball just canceled their next 2 games because there's too many people that are testing positive. But yet, they all got the dart in order to go to college.
Good call.
All right, I'm behind again like usual. Bork tells me this all the time.
Bork!
Speaking of which, he just said he's here, but he's got to go finish feeding cattle. He'll be back.
Oh, come on, Nelly,
But
tomorrow.
old farmer left a great comment here. Hello, men. Talk about names. I went to homecoming dance in 1971 with a girl named Alana Wiggleworth. No shit.
Did you get lucky?
Alana Wiggleworth. Chattercat, what's up, Keith? Merry
fucking
Christmas
funny.
to you.
Wiggleworth. I thought I had a
Chuck says, I heard Red Creek got sent home early from a threat today after they warned people about it, so of course they gave the kid the idea if they didn't already have it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, talking about like the whole canceling and sports and all that, there was an article in our local rag today, which I can't read because now they're back to their bullshit for a while. It'll probably come back after a while when people won't pay the $24.99 a month to that fucking piece of shit rag to be subscribed. But the headlines, I can read those, and one was, Auburn High School is sending junior, senior kids home early because of lack of, shortage of bus drivers. There's a fucking shortage of the entire workforce across this country because you're fucking firing them all, because you gotta be, you're sick until proven healthy.
What's your brother do?
I don't want to speak it on
Okay.
camera in case others are
'Cause I
listening.
haven't heard from the stepson yet. He sent me
It's
a bunch
not-
of TikToks,
it-
but I don't know.
It won't be
Good?
not for them.
Oh, shocker there. Well, I know if it's one or the
Yeah.
other. I know what the stepson's doing. So.
Well, yeah, it's the other. Let's put it that way.
Great. Even though it's been stopped in federal court.
They'll be looking for jobs. Let's put it that way.
Great.
R&R Garage.
Got that fucking
Tube
job.
Keijo. Merry Christmas to everyone from Santa's home country, Finland.
Ooh,
Cool. That's right. I remember you coming in at the last one. We had
How's things-
Finland. We had Sweden come in.
How's things in Finland?
Yeah, what's
Are you
Finland
guys,
like?
Are you guys getting fucked like we are?
How fucked up is Finland?
Or are you guys? Because you don't hear shit about Finland or Sweden, really. Y'all just fucking live
Oh.
alone, mind your own fucking business.
Edsky says you guys should be drinking eggnog with beer chasers. Fuck that. That shit's nasty tasting.
I just had pizza and wings for dinner. Eggnog with beer.
Oh.
Now eggnog with some booze.
Michigan Farmer's excuse was he had to go get beer. That's why he was late.
All right.
Could you not be prepared? It's not like you don't know.
I bought my beer for tonight at about 4 o'clock.
Holy fuck, anybody on Instagram that knows shit sooner than most, it's you. Oh my God. Jeremy Langsky, what's up? Langanky, however you pronounce it. We suck at the names, so don't take offense to it.
Unless it rolls off the tongue like dick missile. Well, speaking of doctors and such, I had a VA appointment this week.
Luke Pothass, what's up?
And between myself and the two
Wait.
rheumatology-
Keith O'Brien, I am that dentist.
Hey!
Cool, so you're here. All right.
That's awesome. Small world. And again, congratulations on your new Republican governor.
Wait a minute. Why does your name sound familiar too?
Because he's been watching you.
Do you? I know that, but do you send me emails too? I know Keith. All right, now I'm confused. Because Chattercat, I don't know your last name's Keith Fox, right? But there's another Keith that sends me email. I don't know. If that's you, Keith O'Brien, tell me if you've sent me emails. Because, fuck, I get... Sometimes I regret putting my email address on my channel. I'm just going to say. So if I don't always reply to you people when you email me, holy fuck, it's because at the end of the day when I look at my emails and go, oh my God.
Well, you have your email on the internet, but try putting your phone number.
No, I'll
and
never
email.
put my phone number.
Phone number and email on the internet. I have to go.
There's
through
enough
my
people
email.
that found the phone
I gotta
number.
go through my email at least twice a day. If I don't, I'm fucked.
Oh, so Keith O'Brien, tell me that. Do you email me sometimes? But that's pretty cool that you are that dentist.
I am the dentist.
It's a small fucking world.
Right? Conservative world, I reckon.
Isn't that a song? It's a small world.
Small fucking conservative world.
A small fucking world?
It's
getting fucking smaller too.
Yeah.
Robert Hurley, we got an email warning and told us not to let the kids bring backpacks to school here in Richmond, Texas. Yeah, it was just a...
Wow, it was like nationwide. and
Yep.
shit? What fucking? It's some fucking touchstone I ain't got fucking.
Stacy
shit up to do.
Pasco, what's up? Kevin and I are watching in Ohio. It's been a while since we've been able to watch.
The Buckeye.
Well, we didn't do this. It's been a month, so...
Yeah, I was gonna say we're like one a month now.
Keith O'Brien, small world. Yes, it is. But let me know if you have sent me emails, because I know there's a couple of Keiths that have sent me emails. Owen sends me emails.
Yes. I get a lot.
Owen multiple 3, as I call him.
Yeah.
3 or whatever it is. And somehow Keith from Chattercat and Owen, you guys are like live near each other or something? I don't know.
Neighbors.
Big Bear, been here for some time, just updated info, aka Jason Bear. Okay. Bill C, he's in.
Big Bear.
Shit, you damn near got away with this without me watching. Sniff and blow sucks. There's another one of the good ones. Good evening, Amanda. Hello.
Hello. Oh, I got it.
Adam Wagner. When will you be selling little bottles of dirt to pay for Jim's beer habit? Yeah. Well, you gotta understand the fucking corn puke. Cole the corn puke, as they call him.
Oh, the corn puke.
Yeah, he decided he was gonna
Sell
try to
dirt
commit
from the farm.
Try to commit suicide on YouTube by selling little bottles of dirt and certificates to get people to donate him money to pay for his grain leg. You people ain't never heard me beg you for a fucking dime.
What the fuck?
Other than, and I ain't wearing none. Well, yeah, no, I'm not. I don't even think I got a Grumpy Farmer t-shirt on. I don't know, and I wore this since it's week before Christmas.
You got your
But
pit vipers.
the only thing I ever tell you to do is if you want a fucking hat, shirt, or a sticker, go to the
Down in the description below.
down in the description below, and his is on mine, and mine is on his, and you can get whatever you want. And if you buy something, whatever. If you don't, whatever. So
I don't know if I.
Murph's putting up people's channels. Thanks, Murph.
You not in the quarantine camp.
You're
yet,
right, Mark. That's what it sounds like. All right, I'm only about 10 minutes behind tonight. Bork's not here to yell at me for being behind.
He's still fucking feeding the cows. What would those cows do without humans?
Luke Pothass says, have you guys heard of Red Outers? Redoubters? Red Outers? No,
What?
because I can't even pronounce it.
Is that
so
the
I
new
haven't heard of
strain?
it. Yeah, I can't pronounce it, so I haven't heard of it. Oh, IH Farmer, no, she's fucking worse than Cuomo, in my opinion.
Yeah. She's full blown fucking commie. Some of the other shit that was on there was that once you reach the age of 14, you don't need parents' consent for any type of injection to include STDs.
Did I miss
So
Shane?
you don't need to tell your parents if you got a sexually transmitted disease, you can just go to get the shot.
Another one that's on there, and I don't know the bill number without one of us doing away with
It's on my
the phone here and looking at it on the phone because I sent it to him. Another one is
I sent it to you. I sent it to you because the boy gave it to me.
well, we must send it to each other then, 'cause I think I sent it to you too. But there's one on there to mandate all kids have to have the jab to go to school,
Yep.
go to college. Kid at 14, parent has no say anymore, no consent. Kid at 14, you know, they're an adult apparently. Oh, it's fucked up.
Just by sending them to school, you've already consented
Yeah.
to let them give them the jab.
Oh, man, these are my new Harley boots.
Harley? You
Yeah.
don't have a bike.
I don't have a bike, but they're fucking comfortable.
But you got Harley boots.
And they were reasonably
He's
priced.
One of those. Reasonably be. No way.
Yes, sir. These were cheaper than any of the other boots that my wife
Take them
could
up. I
find.
guarantee it says made in China.
They're Harley boots. I
There's
don't care
nothing
where
that's
they're made.
reasonably priced that says Harley Davidson. I can
Here.
guarantee that.
All I know is I got the Harley Davidson thing there.
Yep. Made in China, Pakistan, Asia, some. I can't read it.
Made in China. Well, everything's.
Fucking told you! Everything's fucking made in China.
So blame Harley Davidson that you fucking
Well,
ride
trust me, I know.
for making their shit in China.
You know how much fucking China shit's bolted
All
on
right.
that fucker?
Seems we were on that other subject though. So today, or the past 2 days, I've tried to contact our 3 state reps that are for Cuga County because there's northern. We have 3.
How's that working out?
One sent me a text last night that, well, I'll have to look into it some more on those bills, and you know, I think there's people on both sides that aren't happy with them. One hasn't replied to me at all. The other one I called answered his cell phone, which I happen to have that number that, you know, others probably don't, being I'm on, because he happened to call me back before he was running for election a year and a half or so ago to want my support, you know.
Endorsement. I bet you
Then I
don't get
became,
it.
but then I became a racist, so now
I was
nobody
gonna say,
wants to talk to me.
I bet you don't get that call again.
Yeah, so when he answered his cell phone and I said, hey, this is Andy Dennison from the Cuyahoga County Legislature, you know, you and I have talked. I want to talk to you about these bills. I'm in a conference call right now. I'll have to call you back. Well, why the fuck would you answer your phone if you're in a conference call? So anyways, some woman from his office about 3 hours later contacted me. Tells me that I should write an email and send an email, and she texted me the email address and all that, and you know, and then the staff can look at it and all that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they'll look at it.
There's one thing, and yes, I'm getting farther behind in comments, but deal with it. There's
Sometimes
one
not.
thing that President Trump said that I will agree with till the day I die. He brought light to the swamp, and I got a news flash for you. The fucking swamp is pretty much at every level of government. And it's not just Democrats, it's fucking Republicans too, because they just want to get their job, get their good pay, get enough years in, because, you know, we don't have term limits on these fucks.
Of course.
And they tell the public what they need to tell them to get reelected, then collect their taxpayer-funded retirement with their bennies for the rest of their
Buy
life,
a multi-million-dollar
and
house.
don't give a flying fuck about you, and they never did.
Nope.
Because with this shit starting on the January 5th when they go back into session, why aren't the Republicans and conservatives in New York State government screaming from the fucking rooftops? Instead, we the people, which remember that, those are 3 very important fucking words that were written once because they are very fucking important, them 3 words.
Alleged.
We the people are finding out about it from each other and on social media and all this.
Look at all the shit they put on the White House fucking webpage. People don't fucking read. All these fucking liberal dumb fucks out there fucking spewing all the talking points they hear on fucking CNN. They tell you exactly what they're fucking doing right there on the White House fucking website. It's all bare. You have to look for it. You gotta dig for it. Same with the CDC and the WHO. They tell you exactly what they're fucking doing. CNN's not gonna tell you. Fox ain't gonna tell you.
Lane.
None of the fucking alphabet soup's gonna fucking tell you the real shit.
Lane Lockhart says, how you doing, doctors? How's it going? I just got home and saw you were live. Yep. I agree with you, Mr. Bill. I contracted that NLGAF variant months ago, too. No longer give a fuck variant.
Well, now they got the new, the diaper mandate back on, which
Toe ball, shut
Did you
up,
look
you old
into that?
bastard. Told me to put my boots back on. Phew.
they're brand new.
If you can smell through the phone, then...
Smell-o-vision. Yeah. How about new?
Butterbean, what's up?
I have noticed, though, this time around, with the alleged diaper mandate in communist New York, that there's nowhere near the number of people wearing them this time than they were the first time.
There's
when they were
over
all
a,
scared.
there's over a dozen counties that have said no.
Fuck off. Is
So-
ours one of them?
Well, let me explain something.
Because, you're my representative.
On Saturday, January 1st, 10:30 in the morning, because I got it changed from January 4th, our new legislature gets sworn in, the people who've been elected for this coming year. Our old county chair is done December 31st. They were supposed to have our reorganization meeting January 4th, but my argument was, well, that goes 4 days without having anybody in charge, so I got it moved to that Saturday morning. Then we elect a new chair. 99.99% sure it's not gonna be the old chair. She was a Democrat. The Republicans took back control. Let me also remind you, I'm no longer a Republican, haven't been for a year and a half. I'm a no official party, NOP, because I ain't real fucking happy with the Republican Party neither. But anyways, I'll go along with them more than I will the Democratic Party. So when we swear in our new legislature on January 1st, that morning at 10:30, I'm gonna bring it up that we as a body need to vote whether or not to extend the mask mandate to January 15th, because
If they say yes, what do you...
the old chair has no, well, I'm hoping that there enough of them don't fucking say yes, but I guess we'll find out.
I want to see the real science on the benefits of wearing it. Because last I checked, in Fauci's emails, and he's actually said it on live television a year and a half ago, that they don't do nothing. But these fucking assholes just it's just one more little ding.
Gus.
I just think it's a sign of compliance.
All right, Gus
If
FC.
someone's wearing it, they're like, yep, that one will listen.
Gus,
My opinion.
Gus FC, Grumpy, I'm Gus Foodie. Yeah, I figured that's who it was. We used to call you Gus Foodie Ma. Foodie Ma. Gotta get the Ma in there, it sounds better. Gus Foodie Ma. Excuse me.
Whoa.
Field Guide, what's up? Maybe up your way, Lower Hudson Valley is worse than last year. I got kicked out of 2 stores already.
Fuck them.
Yeah, well, shop somewhere else, that's my theory.
The youngest boy stopped at a fast track in Oswego. Sir,
Oh,
sir, you gotta have a mask on, sir.
My daughter just texted me to tell me she made sectionals. She's at an indoor track meet tonight. All right, Chelsea, sorry, can't. We got 212 in and 116 thumbs up. Come on, slackers.
What? 210.
Roxanne Green, you're right.
210.
If I can smoke a cig through the mask, it ain't stopping anything, yep. Exactly,
It's a
Mark.
fucking
Masks
deal.
are not one way, yep.
It doesn't protect anyone around you. How about you just don't cough or fucking sneeze on me? Be a good human.
Well, this
And
bullshit.
that doctor that was on Joe Rogan, he says it's all aerosol. I can't remember the name of the country, but they were doing, it was a treatment that they would do through the nose. So like if they went out in the public, I cannot remember the country, look it up. If you have Spotify, I implore you to listen. I mean, Joe Rogan is Joe Rogan, but that episode in particular is fucking awesome because that guy had a fuck ton of information. I was trying to get as much of it today as I could, but it was a pain in the ass during work and all that shit. But at any rate, I cannot, like I said, I can't remember the name of the country, but they were using this off-the-shelf stuff you can get anywhere, and basically they were like spraying it up their nose, and what it would do is it would kill the COVID that's in your nose, because now they're figuring out that it stays in your nasal passages and in your throat. And that's how you get the respiratory part.
What the fuck?
And this
boy?
country's got no fucking problems. No problems.
All right, so fucking Bork being Bork.
Bork!
Reminder, we will be reading Hookers and Blow Save Christmas next Friday, Christmas Eve. Drinking starts at 8 p.m. Central. Reading to be attempted at 9. You're a fucking tool.
Oh my God, that's fucking great. You know what I mean? They ruined Christmas.
Edsky says somebody in Richland County, Wisconsin put a billboard up with a picture of Kamala and Joe and worded it Dumb and Dumber. It made the national news. Yep.
Good.
Exactly.
Well, when me and the wife were riding down to Gettysburg this last fall, there was a huge ass billboard with fucking Papa Joe's head on a tailband that says "Make Afghanistan Great Again."
Mike O'Reilly says, I got refused service at a Stewart's for not wearing a mask. Oh, fuck Stewart's. Go elsewhere.
I mean, there's I wouldn't say there's plenty, but there's places around that won't care. You know, I'm still going to our
Roxanne,
gas
thanks.
station I've never worn one in
She
there.
said, congrats to Chelsea. Yeah. Well, I went to
Refuse.
how can I say this without, putting people under the bus? I had to sign some paperwork that might have been at a governmental agency this past week. And I walked in and said, looked in my work truck, because I drove the work truck, didn't have a face diaper, sorry. And the person pretty much had theirs down here and said, well, let's just do the paperwork. So
I just tell people
there's a lot of people that are fucking done with the bullshit.
I just tell them I'm allergic.
Florida Joe says, go Chelsea, thanks.
I'm just waiting for someone to say allergic to what, so I can tell them I'm allergic to bullshit. But no one ever says what.
Bryce Wilberg says, Whitebird says, there, I gave you the finger, you satisfied? Yup, thank you. Jeff Weinstock says, have a date with Ricky Dicky Bork next Friday. Oh my God. Now you fucker, you better be reading, you better be writing that book this week to read, because now everybody expects
Yeah.
that book. So, thanks Mark, way to go Chelsea. Roxanne says, saline flush the nasal passages.
They had something else in it, Roxanne. I can't remember what the hell it was. It was an off-the-shelf. It's not. I want to say iodine, but I don't think it's iodine.
Oh God, I wouldn't fucking snort iodine.
It's diluted.
That'd still be nasty.
Whatever it was, I mean, it's the thing that was concentrated with is Dr. Peter McCullough and Joe Rogan, because obviously we all know that Joe Rogan got over the clap in 3 days with his own, with Mr. Ivan and some zinc and some vitamin D and all that, and he's the one that, told Aaron Rodgers how to get over it. And the biggest takeaway, and the biggest thing that Joe Rogan is a big pusher for, because he's not really anti-vax, I like him because he's middle of the road, and he asks this doctor a lot of questions that are, you're not sure what side of the fence he's on. He's just curious and wants to know. But the thing that he does come across, which is a huge deal, is why does everyone get a blanket fucking deal? You all have to get this. There's no other way of doing it. And Joe brought up, was like, did Ivan get a bad name because Trump? And everyone was anti-Trump or whatever.
But Trump used Ivan's relative, hydroxy.
So did I.
So did Doug.
And then actually he used it, when he went to the hospital for 3 days, he used, there was something else that the doctor said that he'd used as well. But there's so many different, the biggest thing, I mean, we all know it by now. We're not telling you anything you don't know. It all boils down to fucking money. Because this doctor's like, they're not treating people. They're just, the dart is not a treatment. A vaccine is supposed to be a protector, not a treatment.
Exactly.
If someone is standing in front of you fucking sick, getting the dart is not going to treat them. It's not going to do nothing. And this guy's like, this guy takes his oath seriously, do no harm. He's like, he was literally getting in trouble for treating people because he wasn't, jumping on board with the big pharma fucking bullshit. Prescribing Ivan and zinc and vitamin D. Use drugs that have been out on the market that are proven safe and are effective. Really safe and effective.
Some of which have won, awards, like the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah, 2015, the guy came up with, was it Ivan?
Yes. Well, it's been out before that, but that's when it won it.
Right.
Mark, yeah, how about Gibraltar? Exactly. 100.
Brought that up, Mark.
Okay,
Some videos before.
so not to confuse people, stay with me. 119%
Vaccine.
darted. How do you get 119? Because it's a fucking island. So 100% of the people that are on the island all the time, but they need to bring people into the island, workforce-wise. That's where you get your extra 19%, their fucking numbers are patoo out of their,
Oh, yeah.
you know.
Let's lock it down again.
But here's my problem with the whole number thing on the local news today. I'm eating lunch, I'm watching the noon news, and I see I think it was on the noon news, I see a line outside, you know, people standing 6 feet apart. The fucking line was like half a mile long of people waiting at a test center. Now, if you're standing in a fucking line to get tested to see if you have the vid, I hope it's because you need to prove you don't in order to do something. And you're not just fucking standing there, because all that does is pump the numbers up. Because here's my problem.
How many times they
Like
run
our
another
county
fucking
right
PCR
here,
test?
76,000 people in this county. I don't give a fuck if 75,999 test positive. It's how many are in the hospital and how many are dying. And when somebody dies, guess what? 99.999% of them are the fucking elderly. So is the jab really working for the elderly? And when they give you this bullshit about, oh, we're trying to, you know, slow down the surges of the hospitals, there's not enough beds. Here's a little story. Talk to some nurses, okay?
They don't have any fucking help.
Exactly. There's lots of beds in the hospitals. Now, I don't know the numbers, so this is just me throwing something out there. If you're a nurse, give me a number, give me the real number. But what I've been told is one nurse is usually responsible for like 3 to 5 beds, meaning 3 to 5 patients
they got like
a
10
day.
now.
I don't know what it is, but this is what I've been told. So if you fire 10 nurses, who, by the way, it ought to make you wonder when nurses and doctors are saying, fuck you, I'm not taking this.
Yeah.
But if you fire one nurse and let's say she's responsible for 5 beds, there's 50 fucking beds. Or excuse me, if you fire one nurse for 5 and 10 of them are gone, there's 50 fucking beds that you can't use. So it's not a shortage of fucking beds. It's a shortage of the fucking workforce to take care of the beds. So stop with your lying bullshit about it's a shortage of beds and we're overrunning the hospitals.
Like the media's not in bed with the cabal. I'll just put it that way. The fucking cabal. What is it? This administration brought all the media in to try to make it look like jazz up the economy, make it look like it's not as bad as it is. So they're literally, this administration is forcing their will on the media, and you'll still have idiots that'll watch the alphabet soup fucking TV and believe it.
So,
what a fucking joke.
William Hess,
Cousin.
look up facts matter and how a judge is finding hospitals for not using Ivan to treat patients. I think it was North Carolina, the family whose father, I think it was, they got a judge, finally, to step in
commented, wasn't it?
and say, I saw this on the news, you have to give him Ivan. The family wants. So they gave him Ivan, and the fucking guy recovered. Like, hey, my buddy was a pharmacist, as far as I'm going to take that, says Ivan and Ivan's cousin Hydroxy are going out the door on a fairly regular basis because there's a lot of doctors around our area that apparently aren't fucking libtarded. And 12, and this is the kind of pharmacist who not only delivers shit to people if they need it, but checks up on his patients. 12 to 24 hours, people are doing great. And like I told you, my brother had the vid here a few weeks ago. He had one of them good doctors, as I call them. Got the hydro, treatment, and fucking doing fine. So.
But we're talking about drugs that have been on the market for decades, and they can't make millions and millions.
And Seth, where you just went, and the story you just told, which I'm not going to read, others obviously are reading it. That's obviously our office is different than where you went because that's where I was talking about. Because that's fucking ridiculous that the old man couldn't even take a piss till he signed the fucking papers. I went in and just.
Well, the Epic Times on YouTube. You follow that guy?
No.
I watch him more than I do the Newsmax. He was reporting tonight that out in Arizona, all the hospitals are in lockstep together, as they call it, and they're not giving any of these drugs that we just spoke about to any of their CLAP patients and they're being mistreated. And I don't know if the state is getting involved. Like, I was just so disgusted, I quit watching. I was just so fucking pissed. But in good news, out in the great state of Oklahoma, I don't know if we got any Oklahomans in here, but they, since this fellow used to be in the New York National Guard, they got a new general for the Guard out there in Oklahoma. And as you all know, all the military is supposed to get jabbed by a certain date. I can't remember the date. It's come and gone already.
Yeah, and they've been firing some.
And they've been letting some go. Well, in Oklahoma, that's a big fat fucking no-go because the governor and the new adjacent general that's in charge of their National Guard are on the same fucking page. Well, prior to that, the general that they did have said that all of his troops have to get the jab or else. Well, then he was let go by the governor. And now, with the new governor and the new general, they're like, nope, it's going to be a choice. Unless they go Title 10, which is federal. But then that depends on what the federal comes up with, which last I checked, federality's blocked it. But I don't know if it's blocked for the military. It's so confusing.
So, Stacy Pasco, your pregnant family member turned in a medical exemption from her doctor because she has reactions to vaccines. Her exemption was denied, so she took her sick leave and maternity leave and said,
Fuck
you. Good for her.
Yep.
Now, Mike O'Reilly, they told me the state will fine him $1,000. And that's bullshit to start with. Don't pay it. Look at the fucking...
Don't pay nothing.
First of all, look at the gym owner in New York City who's had $30,000 some dollars racked up, never paid it.
The gym owner in fucking New Jersey.
Second of all, and I spoke to an attorney the other day about this, who I'll leave anonymous. And any of you can go look it up here in New York. Go look up New York executive orders. This is not an executive order that she did. The health administrator or whatever of New York State is the one that said we should do the mask mandates, which is why there's like a dozen counties now that are saying, fuck you, because that's a non-elected person. Yeah. That's telling us what to do.
Even if they are elected, are they a scientist? Are they a doctor? You're talking about politicians.
So you don't have to wear the mask.
No.
And I don't give a shit if the business says they'll get fined. They don't have to fucking pay it because those fines are illegal to start with.
I told the doctor at the VA this week they could shove the jab up their ass. Not her specifically, because she was being cool. But she had, where you're not mandated to get the vaccine through your job? It's like, I own the company. They can shove their vaccine up their fucking ass.
Okay, Jeremy Langenke.
And then she said I was funny.
Langenke, Jimmy, you're 100% correct. Dr. Peter McCullough on Rogan was an amazing podcast. Best of the year. I believe the country that uses the nasal spray was India.
Yeah. That was it.
Oh, well, speaking of doctors, Dr. Marty McCary was questioned in front of Congress, whatever you call that bullshit, and Jim Jordan's questions to him. First of all,
I like Jim Jordan.
The CDC, the NIADA, and the NIH combined all have like a $58 million budget and around 32 or 3,000 employees. So Jim Jordan asked Marty McCary, who is a member of Johns Hopkins University, doctor, at Johns Hopkins. He said, has any of these departments in the United States now, for the last 2 years that we've been doing the vid thing, done a study on natural immunity? No, not one.
Why?
They are doing one at Johns Hopkins. And they're basing some of what they're doing off the fact that one country has done one, an extensive one. And guess what that country is? Israel. The one who went from 0 to 80% darted like that. And then their numbers have been going out of fucking through the roof. Well, in their study, they have shown that natural immunity is 27 times better than the dart, because even if the dart does have some immunity, it's obviously running out, because now Fauci says we may have to go for number 4. And over in Israel, I think they're on number 6 or 7.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, so my question is, Mark Madafri, with all this common sense fucking bullshit to keep us safe, how many are you willing to get? Just keep getting in fucking line and getting some experimental shit thrown in your arm? Because let's remember this. So ScrewTube, fuck you with your fact-checking bullshit too, because we also just found out Facebook in court said fact checking is really
Just an
opinion, but I digress. As far as, as far as all this bullshit goes, Comirnaty, however the fuck you pronounce it, is the only one that is FDA licensed. And the last I checked, it's not even being made and distributed in the United States yet. So if you're getting a vial, you know, the old, that still says
EU1.
Pfizer BioNTech on it, that's the EUA, that's the experiment. Because the only fucking FDA licensed one is Comirnaty. So if that fucking vial don't say Comirnaty, just keep believing that, well, it's FDA approved. Because the CDC college professor and Lord Fucky said so. Because you dumb motherfuckers will just listen to anything. You do no research, and you'll make some stupid fucking comment after the fact on here that somehow it's Trump's fault. So I implore all of you in a day or two to go back to this video and hammer the fuck out of somebody named Mark Medafri when he comments. And feel free to do it on the last one, too.
The guy on the Dr. Peter McCullough was talking about the spike proteins, right? Like I learned a lot, like I'm trying to recall a bunch of this information because it's fucking cool.
Go back to
because Joe asked him, like, you know, because he was going on and on about the lethality. Like we're up to, he was going through the numbers on the VIIRS site and all that, and how there's only, you know, rumored to only be like 1% of that is reported. His numbers were around the 45,000.
Good, Zip. I hope not.
45,000 death mark.
Well,
alleged.
On their own website, the CDC website, with the thing that starts with a V, ends with an S, and might have an AER in the middle of it, they say right on their own website, 10% or less. Yeah. Let me repeat that. 10% or less is normally reported.
Right. And on that rate now is 18,000.
That's worldwide. I got this. I did my research.
9,000 in America.
Yes. From December 14th, 2020 to December 3rd, 2021, there are this is off the CDC. There are 946,463 adverse events, 19,886 dirt naps, 150,946 serious injuries. That's their wording, not mine. Serious injuries. And this is foreign and domestic here. So here there is 9,136 dirt naps, 58,503 serious, their words, not mine, injuries. And they say right on their fucking site, generally 10% or less is reported. Yeah. So if we got almost 10,000 dirt naps just here in the United States,
it's only 10%.
And that's only 10% or less reported,
that's some pretty easy math.
Do the fucking math.
What is
for a 99.85% survival rate virus.
What's in their oath? Do no harm. I seen a sign on the way to work today in someone's yard that says do no harm. First off, do no harm. So this guy was talking about what's in the juice, right? These spike proteins, y'all heard about that. That's what fucks people up.
Oh, you're right, Zip, they won't. Nope.
And he said that, you know, this guy literally had a laptop next to him, so he's pulling papers up. So there's no fact checking, you know, the podcast on Joe Rogan. He's literally pulling papers up that were written in this country by this doctor or whatever and whatever. And what they've been concluding here lately is that once you've gotten, say, 2, boop, boop, it takes about 12 to 15 months. If you have no adverse effects to said jab, it'd take 12 to 15 months for those spike proteins to work out of your system. So it actually goes away. But now that they're starting to mandate fucking boosters, they're just gonna keep jabbing that fucking shit into you. And eventually your body can only fucking handle so much of a fucking foreign substance. You know, it's almost like, I can't say cancer, but you kind of get what I'm saying. I'm trying to break it down redneck style because he was using a lot of big words and doctor stuff.
And where's the study that tells me what it's going to do to me in 2, 4, 6 years from now? There ain't one. Because it ain't been,
No.
because you're the study.
We won't know anything for 55 years.
Because you're the study. And I wrote a letter to the editor to our local rag with some of those numbers in it too.
Yeah.
And guess what? It never got fucking printed.
I kind of
Imagine that.
I kind of called that one, but just saying, you do kind of have a track record with that newspaper. Yeah.
January.
How about no?
January 1st, though, I'm going back to the fucking ledge.
He got
seat.
he got in depth with the myocarditis stuff that's going on.
Oh.
Because Joe brought up, how many soccer players have collapsed?
Yeah.
We got over 100 soccer
Over 100
players.
on the FIFA.
And then Joe's kind of figuring, well, that is obviously, if anyone's watched any soccer or played it when they were kids, that's all fucking cardio. You're just fucking sprinting for 1,000 acres each fucking way. That's why, Joe kind of hypothesized or figured that's why we haven't seen in America, football players or NBA or anything like that going down as much.
But just on the same token, though, with the whole myo and paracar, whatever, the heart stuff there. The reason why I wrote the letter to the editor that I did is because one of our local doctors, who's head of our health board in the county, wrote a letter to the editor that, of course, got published, saying the heart inflammation shit, it's not a big deal. Within a month, you'll be fine.
Lie.
So I did a little duck
guy's
going
a fucking
because
liar.
Google, fuck you, and on DuckDuckGo, did you know when you go to pretty much any of them fucking articles that popped up from very reputable places, yes, some people that get it within a month could be fine, but they also could have issues down the road. Some that get it can have issues from like fucking minute one, and they're fucked.
Yeah.
Because like I said before, you only get one heart in life, unless you're lucky enough to get on a transplant.
But
as we're seeing there, unless you're darted, you're not going to get a transplant, because people all over this country that are waiting for like livers and kidneys and shit like that are being turned down because they're not darted.
If you're into that thing, go ahead and get it, because there's a chance you might end up having to get a new fucking heart, because once you fuck that up, it's done. You're fucked for life. This guy went through the numbers, and I can't believe that's what that fucking doctor said in there. That is a blatant fucking lie. This guy was doing
Jim
some mathematician and all this shit with numbers, with Joe on there about especially the myocarditis. I was literally listening to that just before I went and grabbed a beer. And there's a very, 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 very small percentage of people that can recover like nothing happened.
What's up, Mel?
That's like a permanent issue. So imagine your young son, because it deals more with boys than it does girls. Isn't that something? We still only have two fucking genders, even when it comes to getting fucked up by some virus or an alleged fucking vaccine.
And the girls are having other issues.
Yeah, reproductive issues. Shocker there, huh? But I mean, he's saying that, okay, if they
I'll go
catch
for
it
that,
in
Luke.
time, you have to literally do nothing for 3 to 6 months. Like, get up and take a shit and go back to bed, or walk to class or whatever.
Yep.
And then there's just gobs and gobs and gobs of fucking medicine and doctor visits, all because of what?
Yep.
He says you have, as a young boy, you have less a chance of dying from the clap than you do of myocarditis from getting the experimental dart to save you from a virus that you're not gonna fucking die from.
Because like Dr. Ben Carson said, 0.025% of kids under the age of 18 have died from the fucking vid, and they all were fucked up to start with. Just like the majority of the old people that continue to die, but they're getting the dart.
Yeah.
So what are we
nursing
doing
home
wrong?
at
What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same fucking thing over and over again and expecting to get different results.
I can't remember the state or town or whatever, but some nursing home had them all darted up, and 100 of them died. It's just a coincidence, though, right?
Fuck, we had 60.
How many children go missing in this fucking country every year, and we're worried about giving an experimental shot to kids for a virus that they will automatically, no problem, probably survive? And if they get it, guess what they'll have? They'll have natural immunity, which doesn't make anybody any fucking money.
Mark, you're right. This is the perfect statement. I've said it a bunch of times too, and people just look at you like, duh. We have to protect the protected from the unprotected by forcing the unprotected to use the same protection that didn't protect the protected. Exactly. It's just like, if I get a fucking headache and I take Tylenol, it's not gonna work unless Jim takes Tylenol too.
Yeah.
That's the
How
theory.
dare I?
That's the common sense, right, Mark Madafri? That's the fucking common sense. Yeah, I'm using your last name because I got good marks in here that I don't want to mess up and think I'm talking to
And
them.
according to that doctor,
That's common sense, right?
It doesn't work that way anyway. The alleged vaccine doesn't work that way.
Well, that's
It
not
doesn't
how
work
any
where
vaccine's
if
supposed to
he
work.
gets his, it's going to protect me. No, it's supposed to protect him. Let's just break it down. Let's talk about the flu shot. So if he got the flu shot, that's supposed to protect me from getting the flu?
If you're wearing a fucking condom when you're doing your girlfriend, is that protecting her sister or something? I mean, I don't fucking get it. I mean,
It's all money grab bullshit. Money and power. I mean,
exactly,
just
Amanda.
Look what this communist fucking
The
government
only
is trying to
opinions
pull in this
allowed
fucking
are the
state.
ones in the media. Anything else, they say no. Yeah,
And
that's the
bought
one.
and fucking paid for
That's
it.
the one-sided science. Science is not science unless it can be debated.
Here's one for
It's
you,
fucking
folks.
propaganda,
I
which is
just-
what they're giving us.
I just heard this one tonight, and I don't know if
Oh,
AB
another good one. I remember this one. Broke Dick Farms.
Broke Dick.
You're in the top 5 or 6 for names too.
Every news network has a person on Big Pharma's board, it used to be other than ABC. I don't know if they're not there anymore. So they're all kissing cousins. They're all
got
about
'em.
making fucking money.
I gotta read yours too, Broke Dick. Oh, I got a burp too. I had lasagna before I came over. That was a mistake, I'm thinking. Lasagna and beers now.
Can't
All right,
read
Broke
so-
Dick Farms. Wife works as an ER nurse. Definitely a shit show. Most of the respiratory nurses quit. Again, doesn't it make you wonder why all these doctors and nurses are quitting and why 15,000 doctors signed the Barrington Declaration? But anyways, they are so short-staffed that she has to run 8 beds last week. Okay, thank you. You kind of answered a question.
So we were close.
So normally they probably run half that, 4 to 5, like somebody had told me. I think I was close. They're so desperate they're paying triple overtime. Yeah, and like here in New York,
How
we're
long
going to
does
bring
it
in the
work?
National Guard. So we're going to bring in. Maybe they're skilled, but nowhere near as fucking skilled as the people that had left.
I did a video on that a little while ago, and I'm not taking anything away from my brothers and sisters in uniform in the New York National Guard, but I tell you what, a combat medic is not a fucking respiratory expert.
Well, talking about, I've said this all along. I watched these videos, like down in New York City. I think it was New York City. A bunch of people, like 15 people got arrested for
I watched it.
going into an Applebee's to eat, and they weren't darted.
They're smiling and giggling as they're
And the fucking
piling in
cops
the bag.
are locking them up, throwing them in the back of the NYPD van. I've always been a big supporter of the men and women in uniform, all uniforms, whether it's military, emergency services, cops, whatever. But I draw the fucking line right there. I'll back the blue until the blue stops fucking backing their oath. Because if your oath is to the government that is trying to defund you,
Yeah.
as opposed to the people who have been trying to defend you,
Go fuck yourself.
then go fuck yourself right there for any of the blue out there that, because there's gonna come a time if this shit keeps going, and it may be sooner than later, where you fuckers are gonna need to take a stand as to which side you're on.
Look
The
at
government
Australia.
or your oath side
Look
to
at all the
protect and
videos.
serve the people.
Look at the videos that come out of Australia in the civilians questioning the police officers. Why are you doing this? You know what's wrong. Why are you doing it? I got a family to feed.
Well, speaking of
So it's all about you. It's all about you. You're being selfish.
Yeah, speaking of videos, I sent this one to him. You'll never see it on the national news. I think I sent it to some, I know I sent it to you, Mark. I think I sent it to both you, Marks, Calmer and Patch. I can't remember who I sent it to. But of the 10,000, farmers, leave it to the fucking
yeah.
farmers. In Berlin, 10,000 tractors.
That fucker. Down.
Lights flashing, horns blowing, blocking the fucking entrance and exit so no one was getting in or out of Berlin because they fucking had enough. See that on ABC, NBC, CBS, or CNN, or even fucking Fox? No, because they don't want you to know that other countries are starting to stand up. Now here's where I've said it before, so if I piss somebody off, I don't give a fuck, leave, whatever. But this is where people got to stop with the bullshit of sitting back and going, oh, I live in a red my countryside where I live is red. Even though your state might be blue, like here, it won't affect me. When the fucking state does something, it affects every motherfucker in that state, whether your little town is red or not. And people got to stop being just silent and figuring.
Silent majority is it's just nobody. Stand up for your fucking right. Know your rights. Do your own investigate. Read shit, man. They all fucking tell you. I don't know how true it is. Speaking of reading shit, I read, and I think it was on the Epic Times.
All right, we got to look up a Dr. Lee Merrick. My cousin Joel says she's doing studies about the women's reproductive system.
That's fucking
not in a good way.
It's fucking it all up. But allegedly, did you hear this? That the alphabet soup CDC is supposed to look into it to the effectiveness of Pfizer's fucking.
Well, they've now said that they don't recommend it for 18 and over. They're recommending the other two, Moderna and whatever.
Well, what's in those?
Because they've had some issues with the blood clots, which we've known all along.
It doesn't prevent anything.
You're right, Dawson. We'd love to hear all the fact checkers' numbers on all the damn false positives that are recorded.
Well,
you're not going to see real numbers.
The fucking PCR test is bullshit still. They crank the fucking number. They crank the numbers up so goddamn much. I mean, the guy that created it said that they weren't using it right, and then all of a sudden he ended up dying out of the blue. Weird.
Yeah. And the mRNA guy that created that, he's been silenced. But look up. I said this in one of my past couple videos there when I was sitting in the deer blind, bored as fuck. The FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, that was dumped on FDA. First off, the FDA wanted 50 years. They wanted to 2076 to respond. Then they doubled down in court and wanted another 20 to 2096. Well, that's because they know everyone 5 years or older that's eligible for the DART would be dead by then. So what would there be to argue? But the judge, thank God, the federal judge said, no, that's bullshit. Start putting out numbers.
And there's still people lining up and chastising people for not getting it.
Here we go. If this disappears, it's because ScrewTube is lying about fact checking, like Facebook said. They all lie. It's their opinions. Read some of the FOIA report. One of the first Pfizer trials of 42,000 people, 1,223 went night-night. That's a 3% night-night rate for a 99.85% survival rate virus.
Weird.
And then go to the V with an S with an AER in between it site and check out those numbers that are probably only 10% or less, and it makes sense. But we're doing all this because it's fucking common sense measures, right, Mark Madafri? Figure out a way to blame that on Trump too, like you do.
Yeah, it's all Trump. Oh, he fast-tracked the vaccine.
And I hate Trump for that.
Yep.
If Trump runs, and that's my choice, I will fucking take it, because I will not take what we're going through now, because I like that Trump, what he did for the economy, and I like that he put America first. I hate that he's an arrogant fuck that can't admit that he's wrong about pumping this out in 8 months or less with all the bullshit that's going on, which is why I hope it's DeSantis. And for those of you that have commented, Jim Jordan can be the vice, I'm good with that.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. That's like a fucking dream team right there.
Okay, Broke Dick Farms. Wife said she usually runs 4 beds. All right, so I was right, 4 to 5 beds.
So she's basically doubled down.
That's what I was told.
Well, I have a nurse story.
Wait a minute, let me finish it. But get this, she worked one of those double overtime and was supposed to get right around $500 for the night, and the taxed the shit out of it and got $320. Oh, there's a big surprise too.
With our fucking worth it. So the wife's got a girlfriend that's a nurse down in Pennsylvania, and we were just down there not too long ago for some family stuff that wasn't much fun, and it had to do with COVID, which sucked. But at any rate, she got her first dose because she needs to keep her fucking job, and me and the wife both just shaking our head, going, we hope you're gonna be okay. We hope you're gonna be all right. She's 46, 47, same age as my wife. So it's been a while since the wife had heard from her. Last weekend she called. She got her second dose and has been in and out of her own hospital, being treated by her own doctors. because her whole entire left side was fucking numb, like she was fucking stroking out. And her own doctors tried to tell her that it was in her head and that it was PTSD from treating so many COVID patients for the last year and a half.
Oh, here's a good one too.
And now she finally gets it. She's like, you guys were right.
Here's a good one too, that the guy went into the hospital with the vid, refused to take the test. I mean, he had the vid, he had all the symptoms, but he refused to take the test. So they finally admitted him, but by refusing to take the test to know for sure that he had the vid, they couldn't give him the drug, the one that Dr. Fucky says to give, the REM, the REM.
That's the stuff that's killing
me. We won't say the rest of it. The REM, look it up. Yeah, the REM fear. Yeah. So he didn't get that. He ended up on a ventilator, came out of it like a week later, and was fine. Where most of them, the nurse told his family, wow, if he had gotten the REM, most of them that get that and end up on the ventilator, they don't come back. So, but here's another little stat I wrote down too, because you know how I like to do my homework. The measles death rate from 1915 through 1958 declined 98% over that 43 years before the vaccine was produced, because it wore itself out. But in 1988, 69% of the people that got measles were darted. In 1989, 89% of the people who got measles were darted. So how good was the measles dart from the sounds of it? And in 1918 Spanish flu, in a year's time it was gone because it ran its course. Now, yes, people die. That shit's gonna happen. Anybody who's saying they're gonna eradicate the vid is fucking lying to you, because there's no eradicating a virus. But in 1918, it blew through. Yes, it killed 600,000 people in the United States. And at that time, we had about 105 million. So we had about a third of the people we have now.
But think about the times though, and the hygiene.
Exactly. Think about, did we have
people showering regularly?
Did we have Big Pharma doing what they're doing back in 1918 like they are now? Did we have a Dr. Fucky back in 1918? So you know what? If I had to go back in time, I'd rather have the 1918 pandemic than this one.
Speaking of that, so I might be fucked up. Not drunk, fucked up, but this guy did some number math stuff. And this might sound far-fetched, but his numbers kind of, computed in my brain. So I don't know how many people live on the entire planet. What are we, like 7 billion fucking people or something like that? This guy concluded it would take 30 years.
7.81 billion people.
30 years to vaccinate every human on the face of the planet.
I remember that video because we both, I think you sent me that one.
Did I send that one to you?
Yep. Either that or I sent it to you, I can't remember. But 7.81 billion he used. Now, I don't know if that's total people or everyone above.
How many people are born every second?
Or above the age of 5, because that's where the dart's good for now. But anyways.
Sure it is.
You take the 4 or 5 companies, whatever it is, that are producing the darts, in order to give 3 darts per person, that's 3, which, we're going to be surpassing that soon.
Hell yeah.
You would have to produce 1 dart vial every 1 second for 24 hours a day for 10 straight years to have enough to do 1 dart. So 30 years, like he said. Yeah. So did they have a shit ton of it piled up somewheres already? How's this, it makes you think.
Allegedly, there was patents pulled for it back in the 2010s.
Here's the best statement. My wife wrote this down because she saw this. COVID is a deadly pandemic. It killed science, logic, evidence-based medicine, and common sense.
Yep.
And I'll go back to what I've been saying all along. If the southern border is fucking wide open, no mandates, and if Congress and their staff are exempt from any mandates.
Fuck you again.
What the fuck are we doing where everybody else? Where's the common sense there, Mark? Huh, buddy? Where's the fucking common sense there when we've already had 2 million people fucking coming through our border and the government's throwing them in buses and planes and dropping them off all over the country? There ain't no mandate on them motherfuckers.
And explain why the most vaccinated states and countries across the planet and vaccinated states in this country are the worst off with it.
Exactly.
Like, your science doesn't make any fucking sense.
Florida. 21% of the population in Florida is over the age of 65. Why is Florida doing so good?
Should be dropping like flies down there.
Yeah, shouldn't he be tripping on dead people in the streets down there?
Maybe if the politicians left it the fuck alone, it'd been gone by now. It'd be a seasonal flu. It'd be either you get the regular plain Jane flu or you get the 2019 flu. But oh no, we gotta lock people. Remember that 15 days to flatten the curve?
Yeah, we're about day 645 or so.
Yeah. Fuck you! Past the fucking deer stand, you cocksuckers. Your mandates. Mandates a fucking pretty
Roxanne
place.
says a friend went to St. Joe's with the vid. They told him he was going to die. He said, then I will die at home, signed himself out, went home, treated it like the flu, and is fine. Exactly.
Ain't that something?
Then we got fucking...
He would have fucking died if he'd stayed there.
And then we got fucking Mad Swiss and his being a dick. Come on, man, just take the shot. You be okay. Just had my second shot in the bottle. You're a fucking tool.
Yep.
Oh.
Come on, man. Fucking.
Exactly, Mark. Swine flu, bird flu. No, it's... All we are is prolonging. That's all we're doing is prolonging, and it's a fucking power trip.
And killing people
And-
unnecessarily. How many
Exactly.
people have died? How many healthy people have died because they thought they were doing the right thing or were forced to do it to try to keep their job or
When
what have you?
30 other countries are using Ivan and his cousin Hydro,
Yeah.
but yet we can't hear
Or
because
spraying- or like
the
India
Lord
spraying
Anthony Fucky says so.
Who's not elected to shit?
How many people have died that didn't need to? Which is why I call the good doctors, the ones that are waking up and saying, we're going to prescribe this because it's fucking working for people.
Do no harm. It's fucking.
Well, not to mention 650,000 people roughly a year die of heart disease. Where's Big Pharma's magic pill for that? Oh wait, we don't want to solve that problem because fuck, the medical industry would go broke if we didn't have all this shit to treat
You want
people.
to dig up a little bit of Mr. Lord Fauci's fucking resume. Just look what he did for AIDS patients back in the 80s.
Exactly.
That ought to tell you everything about this guy's fucking character.
Mark Calmer, you're right. Viruses mutate and eventually kill themselves, which is why Omicron basically ain't doing squat. And the fucking woman doctor from South Africa who found it and said every one of these people basically it was,
You want to know why it came
wasn't
from?
much to it.
There's a little bit more to that. You want to know why it allegedly, according to, the fucking alphabet soup fucks, CDC and all that shit. You want to know why they say it came from Africa? Because they told Pfizer we don't need any more.
Yeah.
Isn't that a coincidence?
Charlesworth Farm.
Fucking weird, ain't it?
I got the dart in the spring and felt tired all the time since, wishing now I never got it. Yeah, I mean,
if
for anybody
if
watching-
made it this long, hopefully it works out.
and for anybody watching, I mean, we're not, you be you, I'll be me. I've said it all along. I'm not bitching at anybody for doing it. My fucking parents, the elderly got it pounded into it seems the elderly and the millennial group down are just so fucking brainwashed. The elderly,
Us Gen Xers drinking up water out of garden hoses.
the elderly was told they're gonna die, so they went and got it. I've told you the stories. I mean, 3 months after my father got the second dose, he was gone. Can I prove anything? No, but I got my fucking opinions. My mother will turn 89 the day after Christmas. She just got her fucking booster last week. She wasn't gonna take no for an answer, so you know what?
It doesn't do nothing, Mom.
Might be her last Christmas. Who knows? You're not gonna change their mind. You obviously sounds like your mind's being changed. And I know a lot of people who have gotten it and have said, fuck that. I ain't getting back in line.
And now you're counted as one of the ones that are vaccinated,
Well, they will be until you have to count the booster. Then they won't be.
Well, that makes everyone unvaccinated now, doesn't it?
Exactly, field guy. This whole mess is an IQ test, and most everyone is failing it.
Oh, this was a massive social experiment worldwide to see who would comply and fall in line.
Exactly, Carl. Is the Amish or the Mennonites around us died yet? No.
They don't have TV! That's why they haven't been getting it. That and they eat what, they grow what they eat and they eat what they grow. It's fucking, there's something to be said about that. Speaking of Joe Rogan, he had fucking Uncle Teddy Nugent on about a month ago. That guy looks fucking great. He's 73. He doesn't eat meat off the shelf anywhere. Now, do I have 1,000 acres to hunt every day? No. But there's something to be said about the shit that they're fucking feeding us. I'm just fucking saying.
Mark, come on, man. You know the thing.
Yeah, come on, man. You know the thing.
You're right, Betty. Joe Blow has no common sense. His brain is fried. That's why he keeps calling Camel Toe president whenever he does press conferences.
Well, last I knew, they weren't speaking.
But what kills me is how him and her both lie about their past. I mean,
That's what Democrats do.
Joe helped do that Middle East, peace treaty years ago, and then to come find out he wasn't even in the Senate yet, and all this, But it's kind of like the whole corn pop thing. He was a bad dude, but Joe told corn pop how it was going to be. I mean,
Yeah.
and the fucking people.
Just eat it up.
It's kind of like our school systems. The propaganda that they try to the indoctrination of our kids and all this, you can only blame the school system so far. When you fucking parents keep going along with it and voting yes on every budget, these schools they add on, and then we rent space out like we are over here because our population continues to go down, and we knew that in a demographic study, but we built on anyhow. And then when your kid gets out of school, I've literally had some parents say this, well, then I vote no on the budget. Well, I'm proud to say that she's now a senior, will graduate this year, and I voted no every motherfucking year she's been in school. And when she turns 18 in February, I'll bet you next May, it'll be her first time to vote no on the fucking school budget, and she will. Because when you say no and put people in their fucking place, that's when shit'll get straightened out. And that's where we the people, those three words.
Wake up! It's a shit show, man.
Well, there was a thing out today. There's no mandate on all the illegals coming across because these fucking companies putting the jab out are afraid of the legalities of all that shit and whatnot. So they don't want to go down that road. But it's okay to fuck all of us.
The legalities of a fucking illegal alien, but they're not afraid of the legalities of of American that lost his fucking job or lost his life or now can't work the rest of his or her life because he or she is fucking maimed for life because of their alleged fucking cure. Lies! No. Nope.
Rule life with Ron. Merry Christmas. What's up, Ron?
Merry fucking Christmas. Yep.
Well, Mark, you're asking about the timeline and whatnot, and Lord Fraud Sheep, as you call him. I call him Fucky. Well, stop and think about the fact that Obama talked about this.
Yep.
Then Lord Fucky said during Trump's presidency, there's going to be a
2017.
there's going to be this major virus happen.
Yeah.
How the fuck do they all are they like the sage of all sage that they can
Billy
predict
Gates.
the future?
Billy Gates has been
So
saying the same shit.
maybe this shit was stockpiled up because they knew it was coming. Well, if they knew it was coming,
They fucking made it.
how do you think it got here?
It's fucking man-made. They're stirring shit. I mean, they were calling us conspiracy theorists, and now it's more of it's coming to light.
right,
Yeah,
old
Leaked
iron.
out of the fucking Wuhan lab.
How do they know if there's a different variant when, as far as I know, there's no way of testing for variants? There is a way. Not locally, though. So if you go get tested and somebody tells you, oh, you got Omicron,
How do you know?
tell them to pack it in their fucking ass, because what they do is they take a certain number of tests from certain, areas of the country and send them to the CDC to be tested to find out if they have whatever variant or whatever. But the person who's swabbing your fucking nose or whatever and tells you what you got? No, they're fucking flat out lying to your ass. But that's common sense shit too, right, Mark?
Well, between myself and my rheumatology doctor, we're both pretty much convinced that I had to clap back in June. Even though when they shoved their telephone pole up my nose, it didn't say I did, but you know, those things are on point because when my last blood culture came back, I was negative for any tick-borne virus antibodies. So my first question to the doctor was, and what the fuck was I doing in the hospital? What was the problem? And according to my rheumatologist, some folks that have gotten the clap can have joint pain. It comes on for like 3 to 6 months. Well, I'm at like month 5. I'm not taking any of their drugs they gave me, and I got minimal, like a little bit in my hands, a little bit in my feet at the end of the day after a guy's worked all fucking day. So I'm pretty much convinced that I fucking had it, and all they gave me was fucking antibiotics intravenously and a regular IV. How I didn't die in that fucking place, I have no idea.
You're right, Amanda. Obama is running the country.
Oh yeah, he already said he wanted to run it from his basement in his fucking PJs with his trans fucking old lady.
Eric DeGroat says he just got over the beer 19 that he got from a vax person and was no different than the cold that I get every year. Well, see, that's just it though. There's people who get bad. There's people who get nothing. And then there's other people like you who, you know, it's like a cold or a mild flu for a few days.
Stepson is overweight and has asthma. He got it. Pretty sure he probably got it from your brother. It all just ran through.
Connection to the server timed out. That was simple enough.
He lost taste and smell, lost smell, and then he had like a little bit of a cough. That was it. So, for all intents and purposes, he should have had it bad because he's overweight and he's got asthma. No problem. Kicked it in like 10, not even. 3, 4, maybe 6 days. Good to go.
Oh my God, Roxanne, you're onto something. Rearrange the letters in Delta and Omicron and you get media control. She's right, I just did it.
They're fucking with us.
You're right, I just did it. You get media control.
Shocker. Are you all really, really awake yet?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about
get it yet?
Like really, really awake yet. Like this shit is world fucking wide. Look at what Murph's fucking going through. Look at what they're doing in Canada. I guarantee with that Kyle Rittenhouse fucking trial, that was our Second Amendment on trial right there.
Yeah.
If that had gone the wrong way, that would have gave these fucking communist Democrats carte blanche to just carve the fuck out of the shell of the Second Amendment that we have.
And we don't want anything going to the Supreme Court.
No.
Because this bullshit about how conservative the Supreme Court is. That Comey, Barrett, and Kavanaugh are fucking useless so far, taking up these mandates. Yeah. Mark.
They're bought and paid for already.
Mark, the illegals is a separate issue. Didn't you love when she said that? Fucking Peppermint Patty there. Well, that's just...
Lord Fauci said the same thing.
And Fauci, but
that's a different issue. How is that a different issue?
I know.
I don't understand these media people. Grow a pair of fucking balls. Ask the fucking question. How is it a different issue? Are they not humans? Are they the same fucking, flesh, blood as the rest of us that live in this fucking country? Answer the fucking question, you cocksucker. Oh no, you're all on the fucking take, that's why. You're all going on the script, what you've been told to fucking say. To keep the fucking brainwashed zombies fucking walking in line to get the fucking experiment. Fuck!
Well, the media doesn't want to get rid of the swamp neither, because then what are they going to report on?
They're
honest politicians doing an honest day's worth of work? That's not news.
I can't believe those questions are even being asked. That guy's got a pair of balls. It's usually that one guy from Fox.
That's just not news, though. Oh, the honest politicians all did an honest day's work today. How do you feel about actually saving taxpayers' money? Oh, I feel good, thank you.
Yeah. Instead,
that's exciting, right?
Yeah. Drama and bullshit.
I mean, that's not ratings. So if we all had a normal life where our tax dollars were, spent as effectively and efficiently as possible.
Securing the fucking southern border.
Yeah, and we weren't getting fucked like we are today.
Maybe bringing in oil that would be ours instead of buying it from someone else? Well, I don't know.
Ryan Priest says everyone in my family just got over the vid. Wasn't that bad. Just carried on like it was a cold. We're all fine.
Dude, I know more people now that have gotten it and recovered.
All right.
And here's the other.
I got Ryan Priest and I got Priest Farm. So there's two of you in here that are, because you're fucking with me now, because this Priest Farm says at Ryan Priest, worst part was losing sense of smell. So you're obviously talking to each other there. So now I'm confused, Ryan, as to who else, who's doing Priest Farms.
There's a lot of priests in here.
No, it's the same family. I'm just trying to figure out.
Son.
I thought Priest Farms was Ryan, but now he's in here as Ryan Priest. So I'm
father son thing. Maybe he's watching on TV and then, oh wait, no, he's commenting on both. So yeah, I don't know. But according to that doctor on the Joey Rogan show, you only get it once. If you test positive for a second time, that's a false positive.
Yeah, Jorgie 310. Are you new? Because that sounds new. But if a vaccinated person can get COVID, carry COVID, and pass COVID, why are the undarted banned from places and treated like lepers?
Yep.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Because apparently yours won't be as bad. But I'm still waiting to see that clinical trial too, because when was that done? When was, as the goalposts were moved, get the dart, get your life back, you won't get sick. Oops, people started testing positive. All right, move the goalposts.
Variant.
But you can't.
Cut loose the Delta variant.
You won't get as sick and end up in the hospital. Oh, fuck, that started happening. Move the goalposts.
You won't die.
Yep, and now there's no place left to move the goalposts. But please show me the data, the study that you did during all of that showed, the darted didn't get as sick.
Well, we'll do that in 75 years.
Yeah, we'll show you that in 75 years. Follow the science, but only the science that we tell you about, but we don't show you.
And only take this cure.
And there's so many people that believe it, that got the vid, I didn't get it as bad as I was gonna because I was darted.
It's like a fucking cult. Well, it's a fucking bull-faced lie. The wife's girlfriend, COVID nurse, down in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 54-year-old male, double darted and booster. And guess what happened? He fucking died of the vid. So don't tell me that shit's a fucking cure-all because it fucking ain't.
Yep, Ron, you're right. Just turning in for the latest updates to the world issues. Yep, this BS has been in the works for decades, and they just sat back waiting for the opportune moment to release and panic the sheep.
Yep.
And Trump was his name.
Yep.
Because he was upsetting the apple cart of the fucking swamp.
We gotta go now. We gotta get rid of this guy because he's gonna spill the beans on all of us and we're all gonna get fucked. Still looking for that big win. Haven't seen it yet, really. Probably won't see one here in New York. I need to move. Tennessee.
Bill C., I'm a pure blood and I'll die the same. Exactly.
Roger. Well, I had the conversation with the room, doctor's a doctor, right? So I was up in the VA Tuesday, with my checkup, with my whole, arthritis, whatever the hell it is, rheumatoid arthritis, which it isn't, or whatever. And I said, let me get this straight. The way they derived the flu vaccine is they literally put the flu vaccine under a microscope, took a little bit of, or not, the virus under a microscope, isolated the virus, took a little bit of it and put it in some juice and made it into a flu vaccine, correct? And she's like, yes. So then I asked her, have they isolated the coronavirus? And she said, no. So I was like, then where did the vaccine come from? Man-made. No. How about no? Because, she's like, oh, did you want, do you want it? How about the flu shot? Nope, I don't want none of your shit anymore. I don't trust a goddamn bit of it anymore.
Sierra Priest. We do have another priest.
Huh.
New Brunswick, Canada is allowing stores to deny the right to buy groceries to the undarted.
Great.
Are you new, Sierra? Because you sound new.
And
that's fucking bullshit.
Too bad y'all can't own the guns up there.
But you know what? The smart businesses are going to make a fortune during all this. Unfortunately, so are the Jeff Bezos of the world. But the smart businesses, you know, my wife went over to the Little Mennonite shop today. We needed to buy bacon. She went over there and bought all sorts of fucking bacon. I think we bought 5 pounds of bacon. So got a couple subs for lunch while she was there, and
I haven't had bacon.
you know what? We'll just support the little ones.
There is 2, count them, 1, 2 restaurants in Manhattan that will allow the undarted in. I don't, who knows how many restaurants are still left, for fuck's sake, down there, because, you know, piss pound the little guy. And I'm sure they're probably getting fined, and if they got a backbone, they won't pay the fine because it's unconstitutional anyway.
Yeah, Jackie, I doubt that'll ever happen. The Supreme Court passing open carry in New York State.
No. And even if they did, I wouldn't.
Mark, I feel comfortable because the government can spend my money better than I can. Yeah, I'll take that as sarcasm.
Yeah. Oh, they sure fucking can.
Well, did you see the thing the other day? Somebody got one of them at-home tests. They did it on a video, took it apart, did everything they were supposed to by the directions, and tested a fucking glass of orange juice. The orange juice tested positive for the vid. Imagine that.
Damn. Isn't that what the president of Africa did, and then he ended up getting assassinated? Just curious. Rabbit hole. Check it out.
Well, Etsky, I think chlorinated water is wreaking havoc people's immunity by killing beneficial bugs in our gizzards. I don't have to worry about it because I don't have, my well ain't got chlorinated water.
I grew up on well water. I grew up fucking drinking water out of garden hose.
Marsha Priest, brothers, okay. Priest Farms, I'm Matt Priest, Ryan's brother, okay. Right. Holy shit, we got more. We're blessed. We got all sorts of priests in here tonight, so yeah. We're good.
All sorts of kin.
We're good. Ain't gonna be no lightning bolt striking us. We even got a priest from Canada. I can't remember what your name was already, but.
Canada. With your little fucking soy boy fucking president you all got up there, or whatever the fuck he's called.
Cam and Mary Richardson, yeah, get a third shot of the same shit that hasn't worked the first 2 times. Sure. We are heading for lockdown again here in Ontario. It's effing BS. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. The definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over, but expecting a different result. So that's what I said about this whole mask mandate bullshit till January 15th. So if they extend it, did you just prove that for 33 days it doesn't work?
Didn't work to fucking begin with.
I mean, you know, stop and think about it. 2022 is 2 weeks away. We're going into our 3rd year of this bullshit. Remember the fucking, you know, debates at the election? Biden said, you know, Trump had what? Right around 300,000 people die under his watch or whatever. Anybody that has that many people should be thrown out and not be the president? Well, dickhead, we just surpassed 800,000 with you. Bye-bye. I mean, I guess you should be gone, right? But he was going to solve the problem.
Yeah,
he was going to
fix the COVID. Yeah.
You can't fix something that's unfixable. If we had just had the people who are most susceptible take the precautions they needed to take and let society go on the way it should have, we wouldn't have wrecked the economy. Yep. We would have natural immunity up the fucking ass right now. And yes, people would have died. Because that's just fucking common sense, Mark, that's gonna happen. We don't live in fucking utopia. If you think you're gonna stop if you think like Emperor Cuomo, where one person who dies is too many, then I guess one who died from the dart is fucking too many also, right? Give me both sides of the fucking story. Let me run it through my brain cells, the pros and cons, and make my own fucking decision.
Yeah, I don't need daddy fucking government telling me how to fucking live my life. I pay them enough fucking money to fucking spew it on bullshit.
Jay Robert, well, we're supposed to have a mask mandate, but it's not a executive order, so it's not legal. So tell the store to go fuck themselves. You'll take your business elsewhere if they want to.
Last I knew a mandate was just a fucking pretty please. Fuck that.
Yeah, Carl, there's no major network of the network covering the Weinstein, the Ghislaine thing. And did you notice how the prosecution called 4 witnesses and like within a week or whatever it was, a little over a week, rested their case? Really? Okay.
What?
The fix isn't on there, is it? Because, Wild Willie and the boys' names are on the list there, and we don't want to get any of them in trouble.
Meanwhile, as soon as that case started, how many CFOs and CEOs fucking stepped down? That fucking homeless person that was running fucking Twitter stepped down. The CFO of Walmart stepped down. Weird.
Robert Hurley, when I lost sense of smell when I had the vid, the last thing I remember smelling was my fart.
Oof.
That's a terrible thing to have to remember.
Great. I guess there's one plus again. You didn't smell it again.
What's up, Shane?
Holes.
Sierra Priest says she's Ryan's sister-in-law. Okay, so you were just telling us a story about Canada. You're not from Canada.
Canada.
Holy shit, we got more fucking priests in here than we know what to do with now.
Shit.
We are going to be... Look at the mess you're making on my floor. Jesus.
It's in a.
Did you bring your own ashtray with you?
I put them all in a nickel can. You got a broom? Shot that?
You're not putting them in the nickel
Me
can and then putting the nickel in there, are you?
That's what I'm saying. You have to use a nickel can.
Oh.
You ain't got no dang ashtray out here.
Well, I got mine over here. But
You can use a can.
yeah, I got a broom over there. You can sweep it out the door when we're done. It's polluting my floor.
Oh, I know. It's wicked.
And I swept it yesterday.
Over there. Maybe over here.
All right. Where am I at here? Because I know I've missed a lot of you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, you're Jorgie 310. That's what I said. Definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. Just like that sounds familiar, taking multiple darts. Exactly. All right. Somebody's talking about food. What'd I miss? Amanda says, Betty Swain, their food is so darn good. Whose food? What'd I miss?
That's good food. Mennonites? Probably Mennonites. You're talking about Mennonites. Yeah, because then they all has
Okay,
preservatives.
Betty said in about a year the Amish will have to feed the world. They're the only ones that can grow all the food we will need.
Holy shit. Learn how to
I'm
do
not
that
sure
shit
they
for
can grow it
yourself.
all though.
Tell you what, plant yourself a fucking garden, find yourself a local butcher, and get in good with them. Start getting yourself some fucking meat. Remember how to, Google up or fucking DuckDuckGo or YouTube how to fucking can shit. Because even if shit doesn't go to hell,
Carl says he was watching the Rubin Report today, and according to his program manager,
he's leaving.
he had to show a vaccine passport to buy a shirt in Bloomingdale's in New York City.
He's moving anyway. I think he's going to Texas.
I just wouldn't have fucking bought one.
No. Be like, fuck you.
Yep.
Fuck you and fuck your business for fucking going on with this commie bullshit. What in the fuck does that got to do with anything? What? I'm already standing in your establishment breathing all over the fucking place. So what the hell is the goddamn difference if I don't have my fucking green card to fucking show you?
Well, it's like today, watching the news. They were doing an interview in a store, and the guy, one of the people from our local Channel 9 news thing there, he had his face diaper below his nose, and he's interviewing this guy, the microphone. And somebody in the background must have been like, because all of a sudden you could tell he was like, oh, and then he grabs it and puts it up over his nose, and the other person. Just watch somebody.
Give me a fuck.
How many times they fucking play with it and do all this.
Oh, yeah. That's super sterile.
I mean,
I'd want that guy operating.
so they're constantly touching it, which you're not supposed to do, And let's not forget, we completely forgot about the eyes. That was big back at the beginning, but now nothing gets in your eyes. When actually 90% of the allergens, are either in your nose or in your eyes. It's the mouth that really doesn't get jack shit, but whatever.
Well, I don't know if you read in your just before deer season, they were starting some hysteria where you could catch the COVID from the deer.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking break. Shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that. Is that how that went? Martin Caracchio?
Oh, fuck.
Martin.
Martin.
He says Omicron was the same day as the first day of the Ghislaine trial. Huh, imagine that.
Weird.
Coincidence, though. Everything's a
Don't
coincidence.
pay attention to this. Get scared about this.
Lane Lockhart, you're from Ontario. Oh, sorry.
I thought we had it bad here in New York, but I feel bad for y'all in Canada and Murph, you out there in fucking Australia.
Australia's got it
Christ.
the worst, but
I watch videos from there and I start just raging. Like, oh, it's fucking. What has the world come
fucking
to?
Mark Coleman.
Great.
I get up every morning and fart. If I can smell it, I'm good to go. I get up and go on my way. Yep.
Pass the test.
Yep. Well, I can smell my fart. Get on with life today.
Moving on. Jesus Christ.
Brian Brown, is that a 3 Series sitting behind you? No, that's a 5115 M.
So down here. It's got a snowplow on it. We can push mud around right now. I hope we don't get 6 inches because I don't want to plow right now. How much goddamn mess that would be? Hey,
I
damn
know.
thing frozen. It
Without
was
the
damn near
ground
60
frozen,
2
I
days
know.
ago. Wednesday or Thursday? Yeah, Thursday was like almost 60.
Gary Falls, you can't fix stupid. Nope.
Nope.
No, but you know what? People need to fucking wake up and start.
Some people are
Asking questions and-
telling themselves, which is good.
They got to ask questions. They got to get their head out of their fucking ass and just, say,
Stop going.
why am I doing this again if it didn't work the first time? And just,
Is a job really, do you really want to spin the wheel of I don't know just for a job?
when you ask the question, what can this do to me in 2, 4, 6 years? And somebody can't tell you because,
They wanna wait
because
75 years?
the FDA and CDC both will tell you that the first part of the trials doesn't even end until 2023, then I guess you're the fucking trials, people.
Yeah.
If the first part of the trials, according to the experts, aren't over until 2023, guess who's the guinea pigs?
And like that doctor on the Joey Rogan show said, having the FDA and the CDC kind of run this is like putting the fox in charge of the hen house. The CDC is supposed to be in place for outbreaks. The FDA are supposed to examine drugs and say that they're safe. What did they do?
Old Farmer says, with all the priests, if you had a few crackers along with the cold ones, we could call it communion.
All right.
I actually have a small package of Oreos in the refrigerator. Does that count?
Probably be like crackers by now.
Stan Dudek, if these government managers ran Hog Farm the way they're running this disease, they would be bankrupt. Exactly.
Why do you think our taxes keep going up? They don't know how to run a fucking thing.
That's why, Trump, under the Trump administration, let's be honest, we spent trillions of dollars. But
Where did it go?
we could have, when you look at inflation right now, okay, starting next year, Powell the other day already said we're looking at 3 interest rate hikes because how do you combat inflation? You start jacking interest. Well, that starts hurting people when they're paying more in interest on their loans and shit. But when you're energy independent and all this shit to start with and not relying on other countries like we are now, we shouldn't have ever been in this position to start with. Same with the southern border. Come in, Joe, sit down at the desk, collect your 400 and some thousand and shut the fuck up. Because you're an idiot to start with and the country was doing pretty good. But no, we always have to undo what was done before, whether it was good or bad to start with.
Yep. Let's just sit there for the first 2 weeks and sign 50 plus executive orders undoing everything that made this country great. Well, not great, but made this country better than what it was. Made it start actually flourishing for once. Like, for the first time in my life, I actually felt the effects, the positive effects of what a president could do. I've always felt the negative. Everyone here has felt the negative effects. Do you remember how much gas was when Obama was fucking president?
Yep.
$4 and something cents a fucking gallon.
Yeah, so you notice how we went from that to here with Trump. Now we're back to here again.
Weird.
Democrat, Trump. I'm not even going to say Republican because it was just, he was Trump. Democrat.
You know what I got to say about both parties? You keep a Democrat quiet long enough, you can hear a rhino get its horn.
Yep. Oh, I said it. They all suck.
Dan Crenshaw, rhino.
How many we got left? Seeing Jim's always says 0. 192 and 192 thumbs up. So
I'll be.
I don't know how many we had at our peak. It'll tell me at the end.
It's almost 10 o'clock.
Yep, we're gonna shut her down. No, I never changed it.
I figured. I just thought, because there's a John Deere clock, it was wrong. What? Hey!
I have farmer. Grumpy, totally off subject here, but your middle light on your ceiling is bothering my OCD. Oh, why? Because it's brighter?
It's a different color.
Well, then if it was shining towards the door, this one on this side by the door is out. Just stare at that one.
Is the middle one like an LED or something?
Yeah, I
Looks
got
like
a
it's
bunch
blue.
of different.
Well,
Amanda says she has some beans to spill, so why is it that a doctor would tell someone to take the jab that has all these autoimmune issues and all this other medical stuff? I don't understand.
It's not their job to tell you what to do.
Well,
It's
I
unethical.
can tell you one reason why is because it's $40 for every pop in the arm.
He's probably getting a kickback, so
So-
I find another doctor.
$40, it's kind of like the pharmacies. If they're getting $40 a pop and they do 100 a week, pretty good paycheck right there because medicine pays, sick people pay.
Billions and
Like now they're talking about, well, maybe we should take the insurance away from the people who don't want to get the dart. You might want to think twice because the insurance might cost an awful lot for those that got the dart in the future if things go a little south.
Man,
But-
let's still do it. I'm wondering how that's going to work for veterans, because the only insurance I got is the VA, and I sure as fuck ain't getting it. I guess I'll just die in place. Fuck it. It's like my dad says, don't get sick and don't get hurt.
Keith Robinson, did I hear
Getting
this
old ain't
right?
for pussies.
Biden said all the farm ground in the U.S. needs to be ran by the federal government. God, I hope not.
Yeah, because they know what to do with farmland, right? Sure. It's like they know what to do with it.
Well, Lee, I'm not changing the fucking light bulb, so stare at one of the other two. Yeah, I can see it now. That
He's
one's
scared of heights. He probably made Chelsea change
that
the
one's
fucking-
LED, and the other two aren't. So, Mark Comer says, Jimmy, if you talk nice, maybe you can sit and drink your coffee and watch Grumpy push snow. Yeah,
He'd come over my house and push my snow, too. Got one of their minute mounts, but yeah, it takes more than a minute, I tell you that.
yeah, Seth. Just wait until Build Back Bankrupt passes. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Well, we're gonna find out exactly what Manchin's all about, aren't we? So far, he's holding his own.
Who?
Manchin,
Manchin.
Joe Manchin,
Joe Manchin.
the West Virginia senator,
Oh,
who so far is blocking it by not going along with the other 50 Democrats. Because apparently
wonder what the Republicans offered him.
Cinema from Arizona is gone. Keith Robinson from Nebraska.
Brisky.
All right. Yeah, Chattercat. Still want to know what happened to 15 days of stop. Well, it became 640 something.
In the hospital, and then they fire all the doctors and nurses that don't want to get the experimental juice, and then sit there and cry and bitch and complain and declare a state of emergency when your Omicron comes out because we don't have enough beds. Meanwhile, they're just saying another blatant lie. They have
Yep.
plenty of fucking beds for the sick. They don't have anybody to work on them.
Exactly.
I don't really foresee where we're still in a state of emergency. If they just left it the fuck alone.
Well, here's my theory, like here in New York, why all of a sudden she says, oh, numbers are high. Well, numbers are high because of the idiots standing in line. If you're standing in line outside for an hour to get a test, you probably ought to go home and just take some flu medicine and, but whatever. So people are pumping up the numbers to start with.
Well, they jacked the piece.
And I think too many people had a good Thanksgiving, so now we got to try to ruin your Christmas and your New Year's. Like Lord Anthony Fucky said, you should make sure that your Christmas guests are vaccinated before you let them in your house.
You should make sure that you go fuck yourself, you old fucking murderous cocksucker.
Well,
how about that?
It's kind of like last year when, excuse me, at this time when we were muzzleload hunting and all my cousins and a bunch of them had the vid, and you know, I told my parents, well, you know, I've been around people that they had it and were over it and whatnot, and you know, you don't want to have Christmas, that's fine. And my father made what turns out to be a very profound statement and says, I never know when it'll be my last Christmas, so we're having Christmas. Well, guess what? Turned out to be his last Christmas. So Anthony, Lord Anthony,
fuck you.
What he just said, you can go fuck yourself, okay? So
I had a house full of fucking people, and I'll have a house full of fucking people for Christmas. Probably no one for New Year's because me and the wife just like fucking.
No, Keith, not yet. So
we might not even get out of PJs for New Year's. I don't fucking know.
All right, folks, I've had enough. This is why I only want to do this once a month, because I gotta go hunting tomorrow. Because I'm just, I don't know. After 2 hours of this, I don't want to do it for another month because it gets depressing. It's nice to come in here and talk with all of you, don't get me wrong, but it's just the fucking world we live in today is...
That's why I kind of shut it down.
So...
I can't fucking, my brain don't.
So my actual YouTube videos, I don't know when they'll come out. They may be sporadic, who knows, but I'll be here still. But, so everybody, have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, not that Happy Holidays horse shit.
Have a good New Year. Celebrate with whoever the fuck you want to celebrate with. Because you got two choices in life. You can live it or you can live it in fear. I choose to live it. So those that want to live it in fear and abide by the common sense, like Mark Medoffrey says, oh yeah, don't forget to go to the comments in a day or two. We'll see if he comments. So somebody did for me last time. I can't remember who it was without going back. And I know they're all racing through there now. Everybody's saying Merry Christmas and all those things. So we will, and I go back through a lot of them. You know, and I'll probably put some more wrenches on too, but everybody have as good a Christmas and New Year's as you can have in this fucked up world that we live in.
Live it up while you can, because you never know.
And in 2022, let's remember 3 really important words. If shit hits the fan, we the people. Let's we the people say, no, we fucking had enough of your bullshit. So let the revolution begin. I'm ready.
Yeah! Let me get a hell yeah!
So, all right, see y'all.
See ya!